Hey guys, I wanted to share another thrift haul today. This is some stuff that I just got over the past week. And this is all stuff that I'll be using in crafting or in storage in my studio. So all of it is from op shops or thrift shops. However, some of it was from the thrift store and then went to someone else and then they gave it to me. So all of these fabrics, for example, were given to me from a friend of mine who's moving. She used to do a lot of sewing, and so she did like a little de-stash of fabrics so that she can declutter before she moves and let me choose some fabrics. So of course I chose all these really pretty floral fabrics. So just show you up close, this really pretty little dainty floral. There's this red one with the pretty little flowers on it, and then like a paisley print, which is really pretty. And then some more little florals. There's a bit of a retro vibe to this fabric. And then another little dainty floral print there. So all of those fabrics she got from the op shop and then she handed them over to me. She also gave me this completely full roll of trim or like ribbony stuff. So there's a lot of that on here. It's a huge roll. So she gave that to me as well. And she also got that from the op shop. The other thing that I was given was this old board game. And this was given to me from my mum. And she intended to give it to me to play with my kids, and we will play with it before I use it, but I think most likely I'll end up using some of the pieces or most of the pieces in crafting because there's some really cool cards in here. I'm actually looking at the front of this. I'm not even sure if the cards in here belong with this or not, and the cards really are the main thing that I thought would be cool for crafting. These old game boards are pretty cool, but I don't know if I'd actually use them in anything. What I really was drawn to was these cards, which I'll show you in a moment, but I'll also give you a quick look at the game boards because it's like there's like 56 different games you can play. So there's all these different game boards. They're on this really thick board, so I don't think that I'd really use them for crafting unless I was going to recycle them into making like some kind of journal cover or notebook cover. I mean, you could potentially scan them in, but that would probably be breaching the copyright. So it may be that we keep all these game boards intact with the playing pieces and keep it as a game. I really just need to read the instructions and see if these cards came in it or not. It looks like they didn't. You can see we've got 3 different card sets. So this one that's like cut in 2, where you've got your legs and the head. If anyone knows the name of the game, feel free to say so, but you match up like the body with the head. So there's that one. And then there's this one, this little set with the little monkey on this side. And then on the back you've got all the little characters. And I do know this game. I have seen this game before. I can't think of what it's called off the top of my head. So again, if you know what this is called, feel free to comment down below. But I just got all the different characters. Oh, here we go, Donkey. So there looks to be a full set or almost a full set of those cards. And then there's also this set of cards, which is really pretty. On the back side, it's got these moths or butterflies. And then on the other side, we've got all these characters again. So again, these are ones I've seen before. I've seen them on Etsy, and I think I've seen other crafters use them as well. There's a blank one there. So again, I don't know off the top of my head what this game is called, but if you do know, comment down below. But there's a full set of those as well. They're really pretty. I think they're really cool. So looking at the list of games that come in this set, I think the cards are actually separate. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure. So if so, I can take these card sets out of the pack guilt-free and we'll just keep the game set to play with the family. But I thought those were really cool little cards we could put into junk journals. The rest of the stuff I have here I picked up on the weekend at the Tip Shop, which is like a recycling center where all the waste goes. And they just have their own little like op shop or thrift store there to try and recycle as much as they can that could still be used. So the first thing I picked up there was this little tin, and I was drawn to it because it's got this really retro print on it, but it's actually just from IKEA originally. I got this for $1, and I thought I have this other tin bucket here which I use to keep my paints in, and it's so full and a lot of my paints don't fit in here, So I thought I could put the rest of my paints into this tin and just use it to keep paints or pencils or something like that. I also thought I could put like a plant in here and use it like a cover pot, but I think I'll use it for paints. So I got that for storage in the craft room. I think that's really cool. It'll go with my studio decor. Also for storage, this box caught my eye. It's this little wooden box. It's got this little clasp closure on the front. And when I opened it up, I discovered that it had all of these little slots and numbers. And I suspected that it was a slide, like a vintage slide storage box. And I googled it and I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So once upon a time there would have been like slides kept in here, and I don't know what I'm going to put in here yet, but I just thought that that could work for some kind of storage in my craft room. You can like slot something into these little slots, so I can definitely use it to organize some kind of small items. I don't know yet. I need to put some thought into that, and if you have any ideas of what I could store in here, please let me know. But I thought that was a pretty cool find as well, and that also cost me $1. Everything that I got at the tip shop cost me $1 each. The last few things that I got there are books. So I got 2 big stamp albums and this book. I picked up this book because the cover's really pretty. It's got this really pretty like floral or foliage design on the front and on the spine, and I guess I'll probably eventually turn this into like an art journal or a sketchbook or something like that. I'll take the pages out and rebind it. It's a little bit damaged, but it's in okay condition, and I just picked it up because I really liked the cover design. So I got that book. And then the stamp albums, I was hoping when I saw them on the shelf, I was hoping they'd be full of stamps. They're not. They're pretty much almost empty. There are some stamps in here though. So there's some in the back here of this book, and then the other book, which is this green one, has, I think this one had more stamps in it. So there's some there, and there's a few random ones throughout as well, but they're mostly empty. So I think someone emptied it out before they donated it, which is fine. I still thought that I could alter these somehow. So one of them is in better shape than the other. This one's in alright shape, whereas this one, the front cover obviously has been torn or ripped or eaten or something. It's missing part of the front cover. So I thought I could actually just chop this and make it like a skinnier book. I could use the cover for something, I could rebind it, or I could just alter it the way it is and do something with these thicker pages. They have these little slots, like little plastic slots where the stamps were kept. So again, this is something I'm going to have to put some thought into and see if I can come up with something to use this for. But I think it could be a fun altered project. And the spines of these are pretty cool as well. So I got those, and I'm going to take all of these stamps that I can out of here and use them in my crafting as well. I think some of them are kind of stuck down, so they may be hard to remove, but I'll do my best. So I got those 3 books, and that is everything that I have in this haul for you. So it's kind of a mini haul, especially because I feel like I didn't really thrift this stuff on my own. I got this stuff on my own and all the rest was gifted to me. But some really fun additions to my craft room, to my studio, and to my supplies. I can't wait to use these floral fabrics in the journals that I'm working in at the moment. Actually, I think they'll be perfect. I hope you guys are all doing really well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!